So, we have an interesting game. This is a visual novel story type game, which isn't really what I normally go for, but I thought I'd give it a try because it sounds interesting. It's called DOMA Days, and DOMA stands for the Department of Monstrous Anomalies. This is clearly a sideways reference to SCP, but not enough for any, issues with it. But, well, let's go through the lore a bit and see what's going on. The life of a field agent at the Department of Monstrous Anomalies begins and often ends in the field doing hard science with all 8 senses. And on this fine day, Agent Redacted is roused from slumber to prepare for another completely normal day at work for the department, diligently cataloguing, containing, and compartmentalizing the ongoing Taurus encroachment in our world. Explore the DOMA offices, meet your fellow agents, and get lost in the melodies of your day-to-day observations. Play your cards right, and you might even make it to lunch in one piece. Lunch looks terrible over there. Wake up to a fresh day, slamming back a tepid mug of microwaved coffee, and dash out the door ready to take on the world. No one can stand in the way of a determined DOMA agent and the science that awaits them. Sally forth in search of new anomalies to identify, quantify, and codify with your identical suits. DOMA Days is a visual novel experience based on the characters and world of mice singing monsters. It's a light-hearted romp through a day in the life of Agent Redacted as you delve into the many mysteries of the Department of Monstrous Anomalies. Discover multiple endings and unlock the true final end, maybe get stuck in a time loop, have a nice time at lunch, enjoy a nice refreshing drink, and surf the Redacted net. This work is a satire developed by Big Blue Bubble Inc. The Department of Monstrous Anomalies, DOMA, My Singing Monsters, all characters, art and music are copyright Big Blue Bubble Inc. Circa 2025. And yeah, here are the tags, etc. So let's click on the run game. Hopefully this works. I haven't actually tried it. It loaded very quickly. Can we maximize the screen? Good. We're still loading scripts and things. Oh, and there is music. Okay, it is, I think Renpy is this engine. We're going to turn the music down a bit just in case of copyrights. We're not going to go too far into it, but just to get an idea of what the humor and gameplay is like. So let's start. Bring.
The alarm clock chirps its cicada song, rousing you from your peaceful repose once.
It is spoken. Bravo devs, Big Blue Bubble Inc. Whoever.
Start of another day.
Time to wake up or hit snooze. I think let's be good, diligent workers and wake up.
Rolling out of bed, you swing open the closet.
What to wear? Shall we just go with the first black suit?
Excellent choice.
Thanks.
Clad in your suit of armor, you're ready for the challenges of the day.
With my anime pose.
At least you will be once you've had your morning coffee.
I have no eyes.
Your efficient and functional kitchen greets you with the usual cold detachment.
It's a very nice kitchen. Yawn.
Any good agent's day begins with a single slice of plain toast and a rich cup of instant coffee. You prime the toaster with a slice of enriched white bread before stirring 1 scoop of instant coffee into a mug of tap water. Placing the mug into the microwave, you heat the coffee for 60 seconds.
Now this is very strange to someone who is not American. Well, as I assume, the vast majority of the people I know, we have a kettle to heat water, specifically to boil water for things like cups of tea and coffee. We don't heat the water in the microwave, whereas I gather in America that is a very strange thing, and the microwave is commonly used for heating water. I mean, it's in theory the same. I don't know. I would heat the water first and then stir the instant coffee into it because I don't want the microwave nuking the instant coffee grounds. And it's weird. It's odd. Anyway, we are clearly in, I guess, America. At least you guys have a decent toaster for Pop-Tarts. I don't know. Anyway. Sip. Tepid. Well, you only did it for 60 seconds. Did it for 90?
You down the brown liquid in a few determined gulps. Then, with satchel in hand and toast in mouth, you head out for the day.
The toast in mouth. Classic anime trope.
Setting out as
There
you
we go.
day at a full dead sprint, you move with purpose and determination towards the department.
Hope I don't get isekai'd. Nice little handkerchiefs in the pocket, very smartly done with my waistcoat. Seems a little severe for office work.
Rounding the corner with reckless abandon, you slam headlong into
Thud. A short person with a beard? Ow.
your neighbor, who you've successfully bowled over. Again.
And who's dressed like a vintage safari person. Good morning, Tyler. Sorry about that. Good morning, Agent. Not a problem. I should have been looking where I was going. I was just so distracted by my latest findings. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, our neighbor is a monster handler.
Tyson lives next door and works as a zookeeper. Or is he the head of a youth choir? Or maybe a cartographer?
Beard work is not great compared to the hair. Well, that's strange. It's just so exciting. Our recent expeditionary incursions and field observation posts have greatly expanded our cataloguing capabilities. Camp Counselor Tyson? Question mark. We made some frankly shocking discoveries of colossal proportions, which are shaking our very understanding of the world. And you wouldn't believe, while tracking some new readings, we've seen matching resonances between local events and the newfound pyro. Sorry, Tyson. I'd love to catch up more, but I'm already running late. Let's grab water at some point. Bye. It's weird that my voice analog is a typewriter. I quite like that. It's quite pleasant.
He certainly loves to gab, but you don't have time for his idle musings right now. Back to the road.
Back to the road. Goodbye and happy month.
A flock of agents mill about the promenade, sprawling before the imposing facade of the Department of Monstrous Anomalies.
It is a very nice looking building. My top collar's a bit loose. Good morning, Agent. Red. Running a bit late, aren't we? This is Agent D.
Agent D cuts a striking figure amidst a sea of bookish suits shuffling their way to work.
He has a massive personal phone. Is that a satellite phone?
His veneer of confidence, however, is paper thin, and you have places to be.
Are you sure you should be out here posing? I've heard that MA903 broke containment last night. Who told you? It's fine, containment has already been re-established and we only had to blank out 2 blocks. Is that blank out as in memory removal? See you later, D. Try to keep it together. Well, good job, redacted.
The main security interlock of the DOMA office and the gateway to adventure awaits your entry.
I like the array of security cameras. And the laser beams are quite nice, but the security cameras really make it. And a very large hand panel.
Incredible how a simple assortment of pneumatics, solenoids, and bimetallics can contain such an overwhelming, rapturous amount of science and wonder.
Certainly.
Thorough scans of your biometrics, psychometrics, etherometrics, vanity metrics, and KPIs are recorded upon entry.
KPIs.
The analysis floor at the department is bustling with activity as agents throw themselves at another exciting day of observation.
It's a very busy logo. And too many lights.
Busily monitoring, analyzing, and cataloging anomalies from around the globe, agents dot the floor.
Yeah, Red, you seen the new map? Agent Chill. With very focused spikiness in his hair and soulless black eyes. He looks like a... I'm going to say Capcom. You know, the plastic toys that a lot of people hate. We've been waiting on this thing for like 14 months and this is what they came up with.
It's just a donut.
Yeah, it's a donut. Why are you showing me your breakfast? Good morning, Agent Chill. If you're going to tease me with your breakfast, at least share. Come on, dude. Everyone's all Taurus this and Taurus that. Doesn't it just make you hungry? I mean, it is a toroidal shape.
Most agents are at least bustling with activity. A team huddled around a stack of archive boxes is debating the plausibility of certain model assumptions.
Okay. Postulate all you want, but the evidence is clear. Phase 1 readings clearly demonstrate a pair of inverted Einstein-Podolsky-Rosen bridges terminating toward one another. This explains its initial form. Phase 2's results obviously illustrate a lattice of 18 spiral patterns collapsing in the phase space and engulfing the toroid.
The audience stands in rapt attention.
Thus, we can surmise that without intervention, the toroidal forces will continue to entwine, expanding at a logarithmic rate until the toroid space and our present phase space collide in a catastrophic... Agent Blank. Okay, let's all calm down here.
Zordubi?
She's a sim. The department encourages a solutions-focused mindset, especially on Monday mornings, but I'm not hearing a lot of can-dos in this little monologue.
A senior observer osmoses their way through the crowd, diffusing the nascent fervor.
Now, whoever wrote this is an excellent writer.
Shamarella Bingo.
That, I'm sure, is a Sims sound. Nothing's collapsing, nothing is twisting out of control. Agent Null, I think you need to box up those samples and take them back to storage. But...
You decide to continue on before someone phases themselves out of a job.
I really like the stacked slide drawers. Something slightly back rooms about it. What are they called? I forget the name. Those kind of horrors where proportions are slightly out of whack. That really triggers that.
You plop down at your terminal ready to begin a riveting day of analysis.
Flying chairs. A rather intimidating poster. I think if that was my desk, something mysterious would accidentally happen to that poster to make it go away. Anyway, we have... Is that a stack of papers? Photocopier? Not sure. And a rather shoddy old terminal.
The morning passes in a blink as you click through audio readings.
Horrible green screen terminal.
Torus analysis can be very relaxing, as the random sounds running through your radio stereograph almost seem rhythmic, musical even. Alas, one agent can hardly crack this decades-long mystery on their own, so soldier on and analyze like you've never analyzed before.
Do we get a minigame?
Instruments humming with the anticipation of yet unknown discovery set the tempo of your day.
Workday, but sure.
Today's harmonies embrace your senses in an all-too-familiar way.
I like that. I love those, what are they called? Stenographs? Those devices. I don't know why I can't think of the word. Anyway, I find them fascinating.
They bring you a sense of comfort, contentment, and ease, almost as if you were humming them yourself.
I hope I'm not being taken over.
Are you?
Uh,
The all-too-familiar cadence grips you with a sense of nostalgia, or even déjà vu. What is that song? Hours pass as you get lost in the melodies, enriched, fulfilled.
Sorry, that was my phone, not his. Is it lunchtime already?
Up like a shot, you head out for your midday bowl of caloric supplements. The agency floor is largely vacant, as the more punctual agents have made a break for the elevators.
I mean, it's a terrible cubicle office, but it is quite nicely laid out. You know, good colours, interesting pictures on the wall, and it's sort of neat with the pathways through. I don't know. I mean, I hate the idea of cubicle offices, but I do like a nice one. Plant seems a little droopy. And that's my phone again.
Several anomalous materials have been left unattended at workstations and testing benches.
Oh dear, don't do that. Anguiform extrusion always seems to lead the floor teams to carelessness. Leaving a Class 8 consumable out in the open like this. Is it a creature in a bag? I'm not sure. Someone is going to return to a severe case of anamorphositis if this is left out.
Perhaps the pep in your step is coloring your vision.
I don't know.
Perhaps you're experiencing a bout of apophenia, and these seemingly unrelated specimens appear connected to your rhythmically firing neurons.
Something's definitely happened to my brain.
Perhaps you're just hungry. You're late, and the elevators are crowded. A large group of agents is ahead of you, waiting to head down to the canteen.
I would take the stairs.
Your hunger is getting the better of you. As you desperately consider going back to eat MA554 or continuing to wait, you spot something in the periphery of your vision.
Was this elevator always here? You see, now, if you work in the monster anomalies thing, you'd be paranoid about that, I'm sure. What's with the star shape?
The chatter of your fellow agents fades away as you look at the solitary door.
Why was no one taking this elevator? Oh. Alright, well, I'm still going with the top option of each of the options we're given for now, so let's commit ourselves into a risky doom.
Stepping into the isolated elevator, you're greeted with an oppressive atmosphere. You stand in a fugue state for what feels like hours before snapping back to attention, realizing that you haven't pushed a button yet. With only one choice before you, to press the solitary control mechanism.
I mean, if it had one button, I would hopefully think to abandon it, but I guess not.
The elevator shudders violently, while somehow not giving the impression of vertical motion.
Is it supposed to be me floating or just pondering? I don't remember the canteen being this many floors away.
A sudden realization strikes.
Oh no, did I unwittingly step into the parkade elevator? My clearance doesn't permit me access to agency transportation. I'm going to get cited for this. I don't think you did,
The
dude.
door unceremoniously opens.
Did I get off on the wrong floor? That doesn't look good.
Stepping out of the elevator, the door closes, and you quickly notice that there are no buttons to call it back.
At least the elevator hasn't disappeared.
Wherever you are, you're stuck here. While on the surface, this floor appears to mirror the analyst level you work on every day, something is clearly, eerily different. The atmosphere is suffocating, and a low hum permeates the air. You can hear music reverberating in the distance.
Guess I should look around. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is stop there. I am thoroughly enjoying this game, and I don't want to ruin it for everyone. So I am going to call a halt to the proceedings. I am going to suggest that you come and play this game. It is very well written and well voice acted. I really hope those lines came through to the recording. I guess I'll check them now as I do a little bit of editing before uploading. But there will be, in the usual process, a link in the description, and I do recommend coming to have a look at it. Otherwise, if you liked the video, please leave a like, because that helps me and helps me continue to do this. If you want to see more Itchio games or non-Itchio games like Time Guesser and Minecraft and whatever else I can find to add into the stack, please hit that subscribe button and ring that city bell that doesn't even seem to work properly for YouTube. I don't know. I guess it tries to give people control over whether or not they get spammed, but I mean, I get spammed with stuff I haven't been subscribed to, and don't get spammed with things I do want to be spammed with, so I don't know. Thanks, YouTube. Anyway, yeah, and above all else, just leave me some comments if you have something you want to say, something you want to recommend. I like getting them. It makes my day, and if you tell me more about what you want to see and what you want me to look at, it might help make this channel better for you. So yeah, I mean, just whatever, man. Just say hello. Yeah. So those are the usuals. Thank you very much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Bye.